Hello again. I know you guys know I've been going through a lot. I'm really struggling, and I'm working like 100 hours a week or better. And I'm still like, I can't even eat. It's fucking incredible. My accounts are always compromised. My phones are always being compromised. I'm always having to fight a little extra addition in my life. And for the longest time, I didn't know where it was coming from. And I think even if I had known or had the idea, I love my people, man. So it's not like you would want to even think that stuff is happening. But then as soon as you're confronting them on it, the ailments get worse, and the symptoms of, like where you had trusted them gets worse. And so there's been many points where I'd be like, I need to run and get the fuck away from these people. But then I was finding out that they were going in my house. She had my keys. She needed to hide it from her kids, and he needed to hide it from his mom. And so yeah, I was going to work. They were plotting on when and where to push me so they'd have a place to go to. And mind you, I was fucking homeless because of that man. If you ask me, it was because of him setting me up, constantly calling people, constantly putting in seeds inside of people's minds, or whatever, just psychologically fucking me out of my originality in life. Because that's what it's done. You can hear all of my work, and you can literally listen to it. And if you're listening in that way, you could think to yourself, if this stuff didn't happen to him, his work would be a lot better. He would be a lot happier. See what I'm saying? But as soon as I was able to finally formulate my words into sentences and stick up for myself, and I was finally able to get my thoughts together and collect them and establish them, then now it's time to minimize. Now it's time to deflect. Now it's time to withdraw. And now it's time to ghost. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no other option. Any motherfucker that's done these kind of things to you deserves what's coming. But anyone that isn't doing those things to you, that's your friend, is going to stand in the flames with you and figure it out. It's not like, I can't deal with it. I'm tired of it. I'm so annoyed by it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're annoyed because you're fucking a part of it. You're withdrawing, you're deflecting, you're minimizing, you're being abusive in your future faking type of love. And that's not love at all. Do you think that the Lord, God is love, right? So do you think that the Lord is future faking to ask you, trust in me, believe in me? Do you think that the Lord is future faking with people out here? Do you think that love from our Creator, who gives us ample opportunities to be of service to Him, to the Lord. But do we even care? Do people even care? Because I don't think people do. And I know for a lot of them, they just fucking don't. They're fucking pieces of gutter trash shit. And in all truth, that's all they'll ever be. If people aren't within self, which means, to me, you're within Christ, you don't even know yourself. The only thing you know of yourself is what the world fucking dismantled your thought process on to believe. That's it. Other than that, these people out here are just living just a shell of themselves. Just a husk of whatever that they could be living. And it's like, like I was thinking about relationships. Oftentimes, people grow up and they split apart. And that makes sense to a point. Because people want their own lives and their own livelihoods. But within Christ, if all people are within Christ, you can trust your partner with your friends. You can trust your partner with familial ties. You can trust your partner around whoever, not only because you can trust your partner not to be going to those levels and taking it there, but you can trust the other people that are in Christ not to try and do anything. See what I'm saying? So once people are washed out of just even the morality or the origination of the morals there, the ethics, they're lost. That's what I consider lost. And as far as riches are concerned, some of the poorest people are more rich than the wealthiest people in the world combined, simply because they have the Lord. That is what makes you rich. I don't care what a person's contents are. I don't care what skin color they are. I don't care how they dress. I care how you act behaviorally. Some things need to be on point as far as your humanity goes. Our humanity goes. But if we're ever going to get this life to be anything better, we have to deny these extra additions in our life. Like getting a brain implant so it can read our thoughts, and it's going to do everything that the phones are doing. So you really want your brain is already being mapped, and your brain is already pretty much hackable based on the world being completely garbage and based on our educational system being a complete fluke, because they're not teaching anything worth value. It's just to buy up time, ruin you grammatically for a moral stance or having any kind of ethics as far as trying to be anything for Christ, or trying to be Christ-like, or trying to clean up your life for Christ, or trying to do anything for Christ. So these people simply just want everyone in a line. Like, you don't get a chance to have a real life outside of being a targeted individual, for an example. You're constantly dealing with things, and every setback is a dream that gets dismantled, or a part of your life that you'll never get back, that you could be creating something more phenomenal than what all these other people are doing. Like Facebook and Twitter and Google, and you think all of these fucking Silicon Valley fucking fat cats would have anything to say good for themselves at all. And they don't. These fat cats have nothing good to say about themselves, if you asked me. They all work in cahoots with Freemasonry, which is deception, and just deceive the public at large. And like, as far as satanic rings go, or the occultists, everything in this world is corporatized and in flux, I guess, as you would say, with these Freemasons and these people that are just going to discard targets and dissidents and Christians, people that are just trying to take a social stance in life. You got enemies, they're trying to fucking bring you down, and you can't even fucking see your enemies, and your enemies are supposed to be family and friends and people that you trust. So how do you move from that? How do you move on from that? It's harsh, yo. It's some of the harshest feeling I've ever had to deal with, because I know that it's not just emotional damage. Sure, there's a lot of that, but I can feel physically the physical damage in my chest, the physical damages to my body. And I'm not going to deny, I personally am not going to deny the patterns that have ensued in my life, the way that man has moved with my data, all the questions he's asked, all the conversations that we've had. You got to think, there's fucking years of history there. So that is the reason I am out here asking what my fucking rights are. Or what's the right of a person who is literally 25 years per se, 25 years into covert narcissistic targeted individual shit. They're being stripped from their origination. They're being stripped from anything organic in their life. Their thoughts are fucked up because of these things that are happening to them. They go homeless, they lose jobs, this and that goes wrong, they get crashed into, they get fucked. Just what else can fucking go wrong? Oh, everything. Aimed at taking my life, taking my love life, my financial life, my jobs, my freedom of mind, my freedom in general, my freedom of movement. Because I knew when I was homeless that there ain't no way I would have landed here with my work ethics if it wasn't for these motherfuckers moving in the backgrounds of my life. So I want to know what my fucking rights are. And I want to know what the fuck people would consider war if we're playing war crimes that are being sanctioned by the government. Sanctioned actions by policing, by predictive policing actions, leaving no accountability for themselves, to be working in the detriment of other people, as they are, because traffic crimes, these signs on the road, or I should rather call it violations, those things seem to be more important to these pigs than actual fucking crime. Actual, real murder crime. The number one thing that the cops are supposed to be taken to is premeditated murder. Just because a motherfucker doesn't die umpteen times after covert attacks, it's a surprise I'm even alive. And yeah, it's been said to me, because these motherfuckers were talking about me, talking to me, talking around me, as if their plans was already done. As if I was already in the grave. So you tell me how you're going to move with that. He's stolen your life. He's hacked up your life. He's stolen your social life. He's stolen your friends. He's probably paid here and there. He's probably set things up in the fucking rebuttals of where you live, who you're with, how you're moving in life, staging things up to push me the fuck under, which it worked. Numerable times. And I didn't know that it was coming from him. I just thought it was a targeted individual gang stalking like program that I was being pushed under because I was studying things. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is my government treating me differently than anybody else it's treating? Why can't I get justice for crimes that are 100-fold to what other people are getting justice for? Why is this even remotely possible? I'm tired of it because this is what I've been faced up with for the last how many years? All my life. All of my life. I've been being abused all of my life. I've been being pushed and pushed and pushed until I'd be reacting, and then that reaction that they'd get would be used as, see, look. And it's just not the truth. It's psychologically manipulating everyone around them into making sure that I am not seen for who I am. And instead, they're seeing me as a piece of shit, willing to do these kinds of crimes. You know, the what and the where and the how he's asked me questions, certain questions, he really deserves a fucking bullet in his fucking head. Smack, right there. Bam. Because he's stolen away my whole life. What you see is a fucking prison right here. I am in a shell of a fucking prison of a man because I've been fighting tooth and nail year after fucking year. All of the ritual abuses that have been happening to me. And on top of it, I'm being poisoned out of my fucking mind so that they could move this way. And it took me... Look, I almost died. I think it was 9.9 fucking 8. 9.89999. 9.88888. So it was real. I was gonna die, you guys. I felt my heart slow down to such a slow rate that I literally felt my heart going flump flump, flump flump, and even slower than that, flump flump, in my chest on the left side here, and I could feel it in my arm. And the reason I know that it wasn't just the symptoms of just a heart attack is because the numbness and all of that is in my legs, is in my shin. And if you look up arsenic abuse, if you look up what arsenic does to you, I've never cried so fucking hard in my life. Because it's exactly what it was. It makes you clingy. And look, not the recent girlfriend that I was with, but the one from a long time ago. As soon as she got the notion that I was out of myself enough, she had said to me, I don't even know if you'll remember this. And I didn't. For many years. Thanks, bitch. I was with you for fucking 9 years. And that's how you could treat me? And you could give me no closure? To her, that day that you left, I almost took my life. But I know that it was because of something that was happening to me. Because the Lord said to me in a loud voice, if you do this, there's going to be people that are going to be really happy about themselves. What? Thought to myself, what? Anyway, I'm going to get out of the car. So I'm done talking. But I just wanted people to know that I've been trying to come out and be able to come out with stuff that's happening to me for 16 years before I actually first started making a video. And that is what I mentioned to him before my life went to shit. Again, mind you, I had already lost everything. Here I go losing things again. Or there I did lose things again. And now, he's pushed me in the same way. Same attributes. And you're gonna tell me that I don't have any rights to go after this motherfucker? Then what do I do? Just nothing? Oh, 28 years, just a wash. Oh, my whole familial relationship's in that way. It's just a wash. They can all withhold their love, their so-called honorable type of love. It's all fucking bullshit, fake, and these motherfuckers belong in hell. If they're not gonna fucking do any kind of heart's work with the Lord, they belong in hell. In all honesty, with how far they fucking pushed me outside of myself for so long, I can't wait to have a conversation with all of these motherfuckers with God right there. Because that is probably the only littlest bit of life that I'll get. So thank you guys for fucking up my life. Thanks for poisoning me up since I was fucking 2. Dad and everybody else. Thanks for fucking up my whole entire fucking life. You are all gutter trash pieces of shit.